the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely, man. And I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. AB, how you feeling out there?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Had a really good time over the weekend, man, doing the movie review. That shit was fun as hell.
Absolutely, man. Y'all go check out that frames per second drop where we review Don't Be a Menace. Throwback review from Patreon request. Had real fun talking about that movie, man.
You gotta say the
Real
whole
fun.
thing, man. Don't be a menace to South Central or drinking your juice in the hood. It's a classic. Put some respect
It's
on the
better than I
wave.
remember. You know, like you said on the show, I definitely used to hate on it. I used to hate that movie for some reason.
That shit funny as hell, and it's still
It
funny
is.
today. And we ain't had a
It
laugh out
is
loud
funny,
movie like that in 20 years. And it's
which
a
is insane.
sad reality.
Somebody need to get in the booth and start cooking these comedies. The little black comedy, romance, rom-com, that genre is
Done.
finito, nigga.
Done. Been
God.
done.
Finito. I'm talking about Brown Sugar might have been the last one, dude. That was '04.
Nah,
Shoot.
what I mean, what's the Steve Harvey book shit? That's probably the last one.
Think Like a Man.
Yeah, that was probably the last
Yeah,
one.
that was. That's it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Speaking of Tyler Perry, your man, well, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, whatever, same difference when it comes to the movies. He linked up with 50 Cent. We're gonna discuss whether we need a 50 Cent and Tyler Perry film or TV project. What in the world could that be? Also, Cameron and Mase clap back at the Boogeyman, Jay Prince. And Complex has their hip hop media list, their top 25. Yes, top 25 power players in hip hop media. Obviously, me and you were 1 and 2. But we'll discuss the rest
Could
of
have
the
been.
list here to see if who else made it and if we agree. But first things first, we got some new music, man. Your man's Eminem, two veterans, Eminem and Common, both dropped projects this week. Common teamed up with Pete Rock, producer Pete Rock, for the Auditorium Volume 1. And of course, Eminem dropped his Death of Slim Shady project. Which one did you check out? Which one did you fuck with? Did you not fuck with? What did you think of the two projects?
I skimmed through that Eminem. I'm not an Eminem hater, but it's not for me. He's still rapping his ass off. Newsflash, Eminem can still rap. I got some of the concept. Again, I read about some of the concept as well. It's cool. It's an Eminem album. In 2024, you kind of get what you expecting there. No surprises. The common one shared with me, Dro sent this over to me. I really wasn't even expecting this. I wasn't going to check it out. But I did cut it on after he sent it to me. And it was said, hey, no, you need to check this out. And Common was in his bag, man. Common is doing that real like little brother grown up. It was a lot of black excellence, black love, like money talk, not money where I'm gloating, but let's build this. Like it was some dope concepts to that song. I mean, to that album. So I really, really liked the Common album and we'll be revisiting that one. As for the Eminem, like I said, it's just an Eminem album, but that Common, man, he dropping some gems on that. I fuck with that heavy.
Yeah, I talk about the Eminem. The Eminem is better than first of all, an Eminem album in 2024 is not a thing. Like that's not a thing that normally
Mm.
anybody would care for. He hasn't dropped anything particularly dope in a while. You could argue since his first like three, and that was a long time ago. If we just talking just like complete bodies of work, but this new one is actually pretty dope, and I was kind of surprised. That first single that they put out, I didn't really like, but I like the concept, the whole death of Slim Shady. I'm burying him. It's a blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay, that's intriguing. And then the second
Hmm.
single they put out with Big Sean is that's now that shit is hard. I will give him that. That Toby Maguire shit, that shit fire. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe he'll have a couple on here. Man, I'm listening to this shit and he sound like the old Eminem. And I was like,
Mm.
wow, okay. And I mean that literally with his voice, because his voice has kind of changed over the years. And you know, when that started to happen, that's really when it's time to hang it up, honestly.
Facts.
But his older, he sounds like his older self, which is dope. And then like he not doing a ton of fast because sometimes he'll do the fast rapping stuff, which is okay, fine. That the lyrical exercise shit is cute. he'll do that, but he'll do it too much though. On here, he didn't really do it too often. But man, he is saying some of the funniest shit. And I know it's Eminem, it's
Thanks.
controversial. He's talking about midgets and he's talking about all of it. But he's hiding it under the concept of him arguing with his alter ego, which I thought was very smart because now you're just putting it on that. It's kind of like what Jay did with American Gangster. He was too rich to talk gangster shit. So I'm gonna do a soundtrack as if I'm Frank Lucas and I'm really back in my throwback bag when I was doing what I was doing. So it's kind of, it just gives you a reason to do something that you did before, even though if you look at it, Eminem pushing probably 45, it wouldn't really hit the same if he was still talking that shit that he was doing when he was 25. It'd be like kind of like, bro, come on. So I thought the concept was smart. And it's better, it's way better than I expected. Like he really in his bag on here. I can't even front.
This is T.I. versus T.I.P. if it had been done well.
Yeah, because that album was some slaw.
You know, with some slots. My guy and everything.
Concept albums usually don't work. Like Cassidy split personality, T.I. versus T.I.P. Sweatsuit was okay, I guess, but
don't do Sweatsuit any kind of way
was
now.
okay. You said who?
I said don't do Sweatsuit just any kind of way now.
Sweatsuit is right up there with T.I.
Talking about a legend. No, I'll stop it. We're talking about a legend. One of the better double albums ever.
Ain't no fucking, that's not even top 20 double CDs ever, bro. Like the fuck. But he rapping his ass off. Good features. I could have used maybe one or two more features, but Jid did his thing on here. Jid had a real throwback feature where niggas used to back in the day. Let's talk old school. Back in the late 90s, when niggas used to get on other people's songs and sound like them, and it was kind of like they paying homage to their style. JID got on here and rapped like Eminem, and it was refreshing. It was cool that he was able to pull it off effectively, but then it just reminded me of back in the day when people used to do that before everybody sounded so similarly, like kind of how it is today. People had distinct styles. And so that was impressive. It was a very impressive feature from Jid. I can't even front.
JID can rap his ass off, man. It's a shame he don't get as much attention as he does. Like that just don't do it for people anymore. He's popular, I guess, amongst the younger crowds, but just that crossover to superstardom, it's hard trying to see him do that. Just basing it off the rap. But I will go back to that Eminem because again, what I heard wasn't bad. It wasn't like, oh, what is this shit? Where he rapping all fast and shit like that. I heard the paraplegic, deaf midget jokes. All of that was funny.
I'm sorry, this was funny.
The shit about Jenner, that was funny. Like all of that was funny.
I will say though, I listened to this Common reluctantly. I'm not, Common music bores me unless he with Kanye. Like it got to be the Kanye shit, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm more invested, and then maybe a single here and there. This Common and P Rock though, I was thoroughly impressed.
You didn't even know you needed this. I was listening to this. I didn't even know I needed this right here,
bro.
It was in this bag. Common,
I'm not even gonna front,
off, bro.
Bro, that motherfucker is banging them beats. The little sample chop ups is tough. Like there's several on here. I found myself running back, and I was like, okay, that motherfucker, it's banging. I really fuck with that Wise Up and that Fortunate, but then it really get in this bag the second half though. Like I was thoroughly impressed. I ain't gonna front. This shit banging.
That Common album made it felt good to be a grown man listening to that. Like that's what that Common album was like. Damn, this shit, that's what I wanted to hear right here.
Yeah.
See, I definitely 100% agree with you on that.
What we calling it right here? I forgot. What was that? The
grown man rap. Contemporary rap.
Contemporary. Hey, listen.
Yeah, contemporary rap.
Niggas like Common, I'm saying who else? Like Joel Ortiz, like them niggas, like this is what it used to be, but this is where I'm at now. Like I'm out the way. I'm
Little Brother. Royce did a little bit of it. Yeah, all of it. Yeah,
that shit.
Every time you're gonna get me with that.
They need more traffic in this lane right here. Like I'm here.
Facts. And people need to transition to this lane. Like I'd love to see. I don't know where 2 Chainz is at, but him in this little lane right here. Love to see it. Ooh. Killer Mike did it a little bit with his album last time. I don't know if T.I. can go down this road, even though I'd like it as a T.I. fan. I just don't think that he got it in him though. Like he's still just too T.I.-ish.
But he said he said the last album is the King is Dead or something of that nature, whatever it's supposed to be called. He could go that route with that though.
He could. One producer. Nas, we forgot to mention Nas.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, 100%. I'm here for all of that. Yeah. Also, this week, AB Billboard, they dropped their 100 greatest rap albums of all time. Spoiler alert, number one was Illmatic. Your thoughts on the list and the number one pick?
You know, we got to do first things first, though. Whenever I see a
All right.
list like this, I go straight to the criteria. What are we basing this off of? Before I
Okay.
get all up in
What is it
arms,
based off of?
before I feel some type of way and feel like they're trolling and all this type of shit, let me see what the criteria is. Here go the criteria. This is Billboard. No
Okay.
mixtapes, no EPs, obviously. It says we took into account the world in which the album was released. Did it break new ground, or was it just a different version of a more popular album? We weighed the
Mm,
album's impact and how it's endured over time. Did it change the game? Do people still play it? And of course, since we're Billboard, we took into account how the albums performed commercially, though ultimately that was to a lesser extent. Okay,
mm.
cool. With
Okay.
that criteria,
All
because
right.
I heard some discord about this. I think I saw a clip on Joe Budden podcast where one of them said they preferred Teflon Don over Illmatic,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which I get
Mm-hmm.
because my preference, if we're just talking the music, I would take Teflon Don as well. But not enough can be said about a teenager making an
19.
album in which people rapped one way before it came out and then rapped the way that he rapped after it came out. I get it. I'd rather listen to a whole bunch of other shit just because of my preference and where I grew up and all that extra shit. But something has to be said for an immeasurable amount of impact, which I do weigh when thinking about classics, and apparently they do too. So I respect that as being number one. Is it my Animal Brown's greatest 100 number one? No, it's not. But I respect it being on here as number one. I'm not mad at it though. What'd you think?
Um, People that listen to this show know sport. I mean, it's no surprise. I'm not the biggest Nas or Illmatic fan. I do respect what he has done and how he can rap. So how you just explained it is perfect. I'm 19 years old. I took the world by storm. I used different producers when nobody was doing that. They were using one producer before this. So as far as climate and impact and change, yeah, you can give it number one. I'm not mad at that. But just like you said, there are other albums that I do prefer
Facts.
over this one. And it's just I'm not the biggest fan of the boom bap. I'm not that really doesn't do a lot for me. So again, I'm not mad at Illmatic being number one. I can see it. It just wouldn't be personally my number one.
Right.
Part of the criteria was still listening to the album. As you look through that top 10, how many of those albums do you still listen to? I mean, not every day, but you find yourself doubling back to more frequently. I see like
So
four for me.
with all due respect to Slick Rick, at number 10, we're gonna cancel that. Blueprint number
That Get Rich or Die
9.
Trying should have been 10.
I can respect it. Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying was
Yeah.
number 11. It was right on the outside.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at
Mhm.
that. Paid in Full is before my time. I was fucking in
You still listen to
diapers.
Blueprint?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, still listen to
It's been a
Blueprint.
minute though, and now that we're talking about it, makes me want to listen to it.
I still listen to that 6, 8, 10 little stretch between
Yeah,
that. Like that's
yeah,
some
yeah.
of the best Jay-Z you ever gonna hear in your life. Yeesh.
Doggy Style number 7. Yes. All Eyes on Me number 6. Yes. Life After
Mm-hmm.
Death. I listened to that like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that shit was incredible. That's number
Yes.
5. Aquemini, my favorite Outkast album. That's number 4. Lauren
Yes.
Hill. I never was really big on the Lauren Hill album. It's number 3, but I mean I get it. And then the Chronic is number 2. I'm gonna be real. I haven't listened to the Chronic in a while, but
No, not in a while.
it's
They
been a
need we
minute.
need to stop with this Lauryn Hill shit, man. Like we need to stop with her being this high on these lists for that
That was
album.
Apple's
I
number
get it.
1.
Yeah, like it's a dope album, but now we are specifically talking about hip hop now. We're specifically talking about rap albums. That shouldn't be that high. It
Mm.
just shouldn't be, bro. It got some
It was number
classic
1 on
R&B
Apple's
joints on
all
there.
genre list.
I remember that. I remember. And it's just that we gotta stop, bro. We gotta stop lying ourselves. Like people that are making these lists, you gotta stop lying, bro. This doo-wop, X Factor, Nothing Even Matters. Those aren't even right. Like, they classic rap songs, bro.
Yeah, I agreed. It shouldn't be on a rap category because it won the Grammy for best R&B album. That's number 1.
Hmm.
That should kill it right there.
That's how it's listed on Apple.
Yes.
R&B.
So
Yeah, like come on.
it's a mix, but no, bro. It's like 70% R&B.
Yeah, we need to move that out. Is there one that you would put in the top 10? Or what would your number one be?
Um again, taking all things into consideration, I understand Illmatic being number one. I could respect that. You could argue Blueprint because of everything that all the criteria it checks off the boxes. So Blueprint number one, I wouldn't be mad at. I could see that. I was trying to look on here and see what didn't make, because there's some controversial picks that are over certain, certain projects, but my shit is tripping right now.
Did you see Master? Did P make it?
Does P have a top 100 album?
Ghetto D or Mr. Ice Cream Man?
Ghetto D better than Mr. Ice Cream Man. I ain't gonna hold you.
But we talking about impact though. If they talking about impact and where you put stuff, ain't no way you got Lil Baby at 100 and P didn't make it. I can't see that. LL Cool J Radio, Jeezy 36, Machiavelli 37.
There is no P, by the way.
That's crazy. Or Cash Money?
Yeah, Cash Money's on BG.
400 Degrees. 400 Degrees got to be on here, right? Yeah, 44.
BG.
That's too low. Yeah, I seen that Chopper City in the Ghettos on here. That's
fire too. That's
serviceable. Facts. Look, Kim Hardcore. That's a good one. Teflon Don at number 50.
That's kind of high.
I think that's kind of low.
No, that's arguably not even his best album. No,
you the only person in the world that says that. Rick Ross will tell you that's his best album. Rick Ross will say, yes, Teflon Don is when I was in my bag, nigga.
It is. It's banging, but 50, I don't know. Out of everything that's ever came out, bro.
Mm-hmm. No. What about Victory Lap 58?
That's fair. That's fair.
2014 Forest Hills Drive is 59. I don't see your man's on here. Where Aubrey at?
If it ain't no Drake on here, I'm out.
I don't see Drake.
Nah,
I ain't seen a Drake album.
Nothing was the same as 53. Let's stop the disrespect. Nothing was the same.
Skip right over that one.
He should have 4 or 5 on here while they bullshitting. Take Care is 31. Thank you.
Jesus. Trap music is 65.
What, 65?
Trap music.
That's about right. That's about right.
If trap music is 65, Urban Legend should be top 50.
No.
What?
No.
Oh, you ain't heard Urban Legend in a while.
It's better than that. And it had more impact. Stop.
You ain't heard of Urban Legend in a while. That's the only thing that makes you say that. Trap music banging, and that's probably one of my favorite T.I. albums. But yeah, Urban Legend should be top 30 if trap music is right there.
Scarface is 33. The
Fix.
Yeah.
Urban Legend might be better than The Fix.
You barely could even say it with a straight face.
Try to get that out. I did.
Hey man, y'all let us know who got snubbed. Anything on here that is way too high, or anything on here that's way too low. I mean, no P. I get
Twisted Fantasy. I don't get no P. You can't do. I said, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Let me see. Dropout is 27. Graduation's 23. Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is 14. He got 3 in the top 30.
That's solid right there. God damn.
Listen. I ain't mad at that. You could throw late registration.
You can't argue with it. You can't argue that either.
Yeah, nah. When that Graduation so fire. Like, that shit sounds so good. Especially because he don't rap like that no more.
That Graduation banging. That Graduation is banging. Like, if you haven't listened to that in a while, like, and you just like randomly like gonna throw an album on while I'm doing some work or playing a game, and you let that one run, you're gonna look at your phone like, damn,
yeah,
it was in this bag. Eesh.
Next up,
yeah, man, that's the list.
That's it. Yeah, that's the list, man. Let us know what y'all think. One rapper that didn't make it, I don't think, Fat Joe. He's got but he's not stunned that because he got new business on the horizon. He's got a brand new interview series called Fat Joe Talks on Starz. 30-minute episodes will follow Fat Joe as he travels throughout the U.S. to conduct conversations with cultural icons. The buzzword here is provocative. Provocative conversations. Is this must-see TV for Fat Joe Talks?
I'm good. I don't need Fat Joe being provocative. That really doesn't do it for me, especially when you're saying that that's the tagline. That's what I'm trying to get people to come watch my show. Fat Joe is not provocative to me, so it's going to seem like a lot of this is going to be fabricated, chasing
Mm.
headlines, trying to get on TMZ, hoping people blog about it. And I don't need that from Fat Joe. Fat Joe is in that lane we talked about earlier as far as a contemporary stage of his career. I may be boring, but I would like a more adult conversation from Fat Joe. Fat Joe came from a place where he tried to erase history now, and I get it. It's for the bag or whatever it may be, but I know there's some good stories, some good street lore, old New York, we trying to make it in the Bronx, me and Pun. I would rather hear those stories and him talking about stuff like that. If they could make that into some type of weekly show, just diving more into Fat Joe and back in the day, I would much more rather see that than him going around today's stars trying to be provocative and interviewing Ice Spice or Sexy Red or the latest whoever from whatever social media app because they're popular and people will watch it. And I feel like that's what this show is going to be. So this is a no for me, unless they come out with some clips and I see that it's going in a different direction. But it wouldn't be something that I'm tuning into first day. No.
Yeah, I'm
What
looking
say
up the
you?
definition of provocative: causing annoyance, anger, or another
Mm-mm.
strong reaction.
Nope. I'm out.
Yeah, what? I
Why
don't.
is Fat Joe doing that?
Yeah, that don't make sense, bro. What is it? What he Wendy Williams? I'm confused, bro. Like I don't, I don't need to
You
see
know,
that. Now I will say Fat Joe is entertaining though. When
he
he's
is.
telling stories on his own, uninterrupted, he's
Mm-hmm.
funny. And he's tried this before. He had a show on Title. One of the more like famous episodes was him and Takashi, where he warned Takashi about being
Mm-hmm.
around who we're around and the attention that it was. So he had that viral moment, or you know what I'm saying, a little bit of virality with that. But outside of that, man, Fat Joe is a good personality. I just think he could be used differently. I can't think
Yes.
of anybody off the top of my head who I would want to see him sit down with. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, there is no, oh, I can't wait till he talked to this person interview with Fat Joe. And you know, this is directly from, I think, going to be his version of Club Shay Shay. He saw the success that Shannon
Ooh,
Sharp has had this year. You would definitely label his show as provocative. And you wouldn't think of Shannon Sharp being that type of person before the Club Shay Shay started. However,
that's true.
he leaned into provocative with Cat Williams at the beginning of the year, and he's gotten all these viral moments. And I could see someone like Fat Joe sitting up and saying, oh, I could do that.
That's
We don't
true.
want you to, though, bro. We don't want
Nah.
you to do that. Do something else.
He to give some more context, when he had the Instagram live talk show, it was the Fat Joe show. I'm gonna give you a couple of guests he had on there. He had Jamie Foxx, he had
Mm,
Floyd Mayweather,
mm,
he had Dr. Anthony Fauci.
mm.
Do we even know that, bro? I didn't even know that. Nobody
Uh,
that didn't catch on. Nobody asked for it. Nobody
there
wants a
were no
repeat.
clips.
It,
I didn't get,
nobody.
how you not get one clip from Dr.
How you
Anthony
not get one
Fauci?
clip with Dr.
Nigga was the
Fauci?
most popular person in America during COVID. When you talked to him and you didn't get one clip, do something else, bro. Do something else, man. Please, just do something else.
I thought real quick to piggyback off of last week when we talked about Adam 22 having the dude that was involved with it, Pop Smoke. I
Mm-hmm.
thought of somebody who could do that interview,
Who?
and it would have minimal backlash. There's always going to be backlash, but it would have minimal and it would make sense as Wallow. That would work
Yes.
because he would try
Gilly
to
can't be there though.
who?
Gilly can't be there, but Gilly
No, no,
can't
no.
be
I'm
there.
saying the Wallow. Would he be doing the solo joints?
The Dolo. Okay, yeah.
The Where's Wallow or whatever the fuck he calls it.
Yeah.
That would work. He's
Yeah,
in
and it would
between
be good.
coast. I mean,
Yeah.
more east, but he's not. He's not a New York cat, so it's not too close to home,
Yeah.
and he's not a West Coast dude, so he's not. You know what I'm saying? Super biased
That's
with it.
good.
He's right there in the middle, but
That's
he would
good.
be giving game to Buddy, and there would be like a point to it. Instead of just getting the story and the psyche of them, there may actually be some positive takeaways.
That's real good.
So I
Wallow
think
could
that
pour
would have
into him.
worked.
Wallow could definitely pour into him. And even if dude didn't get nothing from it, people watching it maybe would get something from it versus, oh, I'm just being chatty patty and getting the story. So yeah, that's real good actually. I
Yeah,
would actually watch that. I would
I
watch
would
that if it
too.
was Wallow. Yeah, if
I'd
it was
at least
Wallow,
give
I'd
it a
watch that.
shot.
Facts. I may cut it off halfway through, but
Yeah,
I would definitely start the video.
facts.
Next AB, we talked about 50 Cent. He is teasing a collab with your man Tyler Perry. What could they possibly cook up that you would watch?
I don't think I could, because they're talking about collabing.
Medea in
And
the
that's,
Power World is crazy.
yeah, that Medea,
That's gonna be crazy.
Medea
Medea and
Power,
Ghost back at it.
man, listen, Medea and Power universe colliding, bruh, that's fucking insane. I'll put it like this. He had me until they said the word collab. We don't need that. Get the game from Tyler Perry. Get all the game in the
Mm-hmm.
world, because obviously he's doing something right. I know that the movie just came out over the weekend with Megan Good. Everybody is shitting on it. Everybody's saying it's the worst thing ever, which seems like it's causing more people to watch. I don't know what the numbers look like, but he's showing is getting traction from it, good, bad, or indifferent. People are talking about it. So if 50 can take the blueprint of Tyler Perry putting out, like like Tyler Perry has picked the lane. He's chosen the lane and he lives in it. You know what I'm saying? The I don't know what you would call it, but he's taken that lane. Now 50 can take the advice of picking a lane and living in it, but just make better shit. Because 50 not the one sitting here trying to write, direct, and produce and do the whole
Right.
nine like
Right.
Tyler Perry trying to do. You can just pick a lane and own it, because right now we just talked about we ain't had no funny ass comedy in 15, 20 years. We ain't had a hood movie in 20 some years. Like, and I mean like a quality joint. You know, I ain't talking about the Tubi
Not the
shit.
Tubi joints.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. I'm talking about like a quality dope ass hood movie, a quality dope ass black comedy. Those are far and few between. Pick a lane with one of them and get some real directors, some real writers. Nigga, don't try to be cheap and get some bullshit, and nigga make some good quality shit, and you could be on to something. So there's things he can take from Tyler Perry's machine, but I don't need a collab though. I ain't got nothing for that. I try to think about this shit all day. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, the worlds are too different for a collab. And even though some of 50 shit can be ridiculous as well, I know you don't watch Power no more, right? You don't
I got
watch
out of there.
Tariq, none of that. It's good, and you can tell what he's trying to like. He has some creative people working on some of those shows, with the exception of that Tommy show. That one is awful.
Damn.
Uh, but the Tariq one is solid, and then the Raising Canaan is solid. So I like what you said about picking a lane and sticking in it. And now, even since we've mentioned it, as you were saying that him not regurgitating the same movies, but opening that lane back up, that black rom-com, that black comedy, that the hood movie per se, like he could start that back up. He got the sway within Black Hollywood where people want to work with him. He has his own studios. He gets
Yep.
some nice young directors in there. That could be his lane. Like I'm bringing the Brown Sugars and the Love Joneses and the Boys in the Hood. And I'm
Love and
gonna redo
basketball.
all of that. I'm gonna redo all of that because ain't nobody doing it, and I don't have to worry about getting it greenlit from a studio because I got my own shit.
Yep.
That could be the next, like the next thing for him in his career. If he is able to capitalize off that, that would be fire. But he don't need to do it with Tyler Perry though. We can
No.
consult with each other. You can tell me, hey, this works, this won't, this worked for me. Watch this, watch that. But no, I don't need to see nothing with them together. And a little bit the backlash for the Tyler Perry movie. I'm always surprised that people run to those movies and then complain on how bad they are when it's always like that. Like his movies are his movies, bro. He's not trying. Like I know what. Well, he knows what he's doing. It's made him a shit ton of money. If you're going to see a Emmy-worthy performance from one of his movies, bro, it's just not going to happen. So I think he's brilliant in what you just said. I'm gonna put out this shit. People are gonna get backlash, which will make other people go watch it as well. And I'm gonna continue to flourish with my brand. So I'm never mad at the quality, the storyline, or anything of a Tyler Perry movie because I don't go check them out. I respect what he does, but I don't look at it because that ain't my cup of tea. I know it's not going to be impressive to me, but I don't take time out to watch it to shit on it, which it seems like a lot of people do, and that's crazy to me. But hey, that's the world we're in.
And there's two things. Number one, there is a section of people, probably more like Facebook audience, that actually will watch it and be like, "Oh, this is actually
Church
pretty
people, yeah, they love
cool."
this. Like he knows who he's trying to. They go sit down and watch. Like my mom, she'll watch this.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
cool. That's who it's for. But me
Bingo.
going to check it out when it come out and then complaining on social media, that's a waste of my time, bro.
And but then I also say this also speaks to the lack of options. we get
Yeah,
we'll get the Tubi Black Christmas movie we'll get 3 of those every year that nobody asks for. You
thanks.
go on right now on BT Plus, there's 100 Christmas movies, dude. Like I'm like, bro, what? How many Christmas movies niggas is gonna make, bro? Like that. We ain't got nothing
Is that the
else.
only time black people get together for Christmas movies?
Apparently
That's funny
so.
as hell, dude.
Nigga, you can't. We ain't
That's
got no
funny.
dope black horror movie unless Jordan Peele come do something. We ain't got no black, like no late '90s funny ass like Booty Call, How to Be a Player. We ain't got none of that. With all these Instagram comedians and all these TikTok dudes making these funny ass skits, y'all telling me, bro, you can't get 3 of them and put them in a movie, bro, and like
And
make
it'd
a
be
fucking
funny
How to Be
and
a
get some good
Player 20
writers.
people.
I know it's some good black writers out there that could write some dope shit for Desi Banks
They should
or
be written
Drewski.
fun. What's my boy? What's the dude we be calling twin? That shit is written funny as hell, dude. Like these
Yeah, he would
niggas.
be a good one.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, I don't know that nigga name,
Malik.
man.
I think it's Malik.
Malik, yeah, Malik
It's
something.
pronounced
Yeah.
Malik though, but yeah,
Malik,
it's spelled
okay. He
Malik,
funny. He could do
bruh.
a whole movie based off his skits. Shit. The bad nigga, the bad nigga shit, that could be a
That's
movie, bro.
bruh. Like that's man, dude. That's what I'm. That's all. Think of that's all like Saturday Night Live. If they turned up some of them skits into actual movies and blah 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 and shows, like that shit can be done. I'm surprised that hasn't really. I know it's not. It's easier said than done. It take a lot to make a movie, obviously. But you would think a couple hundred
I think
thousand, man. Niggas put 200,000 up, bro. Like you can make a movie, bro. It is solid.
I think the excuse that they're trying to make is, oh, people won't go to the movies to see them. That's fine, bro. Put that shit on Tubi. Like what you ain't
You don't need to
necessarily
go to the
gotta
movies
have.
no more, bro.
Yeah, you
Get a
don't
max
necessarily. I
deal,
think
bro.
the excuse that people are making nowadays is why they don't make those movies. Like, okay, well, who's going to watch them? Well,
That's cap.
we'll watch them as soon as they drop on Netflix, on Tubi, whatever one of these streaming apps. You can put that shit on YouTube and it'll pop.
Yep.
But just do them. I promise you, the market is there. I promise you, it is.
Yeah, that's a
That's why
played out
Tubi's so
narrative,
popular now.
man.
That's why Tubi is so popular.
Yeah.
Like you're taking that lower quality shit, watching that, and then you're like, oh, okay, I wish we had more, but we don't. Also, side note, 50, there was a rumor that he was going to perform at the Republican National Convention. His
Yeah.
people have came out and said that's not true. So
Yeah.
all you that seen that and want to throw 50 under the bus for doing that, it's not. He ain't coming out to many men for Donald Trump. That's not
Yeah.
going to happen. At
Yeah.
least we don't think.
That rumor spread fast as a motherfucker.
Oh, that's funny. All right, man. Some interesting beef popped up, AB. Um, Cam and Mase were criticizing the boxer. I can't think of his name.
Shakur
You know his name?
Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson. They were criticizing him. He went back at them. And then since Jay Prince is over Shakur as far as I think financing his career or whatnot, I think that's why Jay Prince got involved because that's one of his young guys. He was responsible for his come up per se. And then Cam and Mase got on their show and they went in on Jay Prince.
Facts.
AB, what do you think about the response? And what do you think? How do you think Jay Prince will take this?
Hey man, I'm all for respecting your elders.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron and Mase clearly aren't.
No.
They didn't give
Nope.
a damn. They
And they was
specifically
cooking too.
said, "You're talking as if we little niggas, and we not little niggas, bro." I don't know who you think, especially Mase. Mase was talking greasy.
It was.
I don't know who you think you're talking to, bro. If you 60 and you trying to be a street nigga, you failed, bro. Like, man, shit, we not stunning none of that. We not barring none of that shit you talking about. You just watched your man get demolished in a rap beef and you didn't say a goddamn thing. Here you come bothering us. We talking sports. We talking boxing. This is what we do. Nigga, he's a grown man. We're grown men. We don't need you coming in and trying to be a referee. Like, niggas is kind of tired of that shit. And which I get it. And I'm sure there's somebody listening right now that's from Houston that got all the stories in the world about why Jay Prince is not really the one to fuck with. I believe you. But what I'm saying is that whole like boogeyman, that aura, that reputation preceding you, man, some niggas don't care about this shit. They don't care. They not stunning it. They got situations going on too. They good where they at. They're far away. But they like nigga Jay Prince reach ain't getting the niggas in Brooklyn. So I don't give a, or Harlem. So I don't give a, your reach ain't up here. I heard Wack talking about the shit that was happening in Toronto with like Drake's crib, and niggas was like, man, was that some Kendrick people? They were like, them niggas ain't got reach through Toronto. So no. That ain't got nothing to do with them. I can tell you that right now. Niggas ain't got reach, unlimited reach, bro. So no. Same situation.
And reach comes with being outside. Like, I'm not, rest in peace, Takeoff. if I'm Cam and Mason, I'm not gonna be in Houston shooting dice with some niggas that know you and some accidentally happen. Like Cam and Mace are doing a sports show, as they said. Like, bro, we're in the house. We tax-paying citizens. We had this great idea that we had that we tripled our money on. Why are you jumping in, bringing or trying to bring some street shit to what? Like, this is all professional shit. This shit happening on ESPN all the time. You're
Yeah,
not calling Stephen A. Smith and trying to bully him and being like, "Oh, you don't say that about," like, nigga, relax. Now we've heard the stories like you. I don't want it to be misconstrued on what. There's no disrespect to Jay Prince, but Cam and Mace, all right, bro. That shit is played, bro. It's over for that. As
yeah,
far as if you trying to take it somewhere when we just doing business, bro. This ain't the music business. This ain't none of that. We're sportscasters. We having a sports debate. Yeah, niggas may have gotten heated. Yeah, niggas may not like our sense of humor, but that doesn't have to lead to, oh, well, you got to see me outside and remember who I am. And I'm like, bro, nobody cares about that, bro. I'm a taxpaying citizen. Something happened to me, my nigga, you're going to jail. How about that? Like, how about you been avoiding jail all this time? Now we at this place where you feel like you can threaten or bully me just because you have a history or a past of being outside. Congratulations. Let that shit go, nigga. Cam and Mace, I mean, it had to be said. It had to be said. This ain't no, and again, if we were talking about some rap shit, my stance or my intake of this may be different because that would infer that Cam and Mace are outside trying to do shows, maybe in Houston, having to travel through there. But I'm sure Cam and Mace, they low key now. Like I ain't outside with the ins and outs and the glitz and the glam. I'm not going to the strip club when I'm in Houston. If I'm Cam or Mace, I got a cool little kickback at the Airbnb. All the baddies are coming over here, and y'all niggas are not invited. So like you're never going to see me. Like you never gonna run into me, bro. So ain't no need in tough talking. And if it was that serious, when you do see me, say something then to me like a man. Just, hey, I don't like what you said, this, that, and the third. People, Stephen A. Smith said people come up to him and do that
all the
all the
time.
time.
Yep.
All the time. It's just, it's too much, bro. It's too much to try to that gangster shit. And I'm glad they said it, man. Even though I fuck with Jay Prince, I do, but this had to be said.
I agree. We in a day and age, man, with the talking is just not. It's not enough. Not
Mm-mm.
enough, man. Like we see too much of it, bro. We see too many niggas yelling on FaceTime and yelling on Instagram, but the talking does not affect anybody no more, especially if
No
you're
one
grown.
cares no more, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Nobody cares, bro.
You yelling at a
Sorry.
screen, bro.
Yeah,
Like
sorry.
niggas ain't, bro. That's
Yeah.
not moving any. That doesn't move the needle anymore.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know what you do if you Jay Prince. Who knows? But the
You gotta
game has
take this on the
passed him by.
chin. Take it on the chin. You would look much more like a solid elder if you take this on the chin. If he said, "Man, you know what? You right. You are fucking right, my nigga. I ain't trying to be y'all big homie. I don't really give two shits because I'm still getting money with
Yeah.
Shakur C. We still doing our thing. Like y'all right. Y'all can have y'all opinions and y'all little show, whatever it may be. But for him to try, I really hope that he doesn't try to go back and forth with this and act like he offended and shit
Or the
like that.
son jump in, Jay Prince
Oh my
Jr.
God, I
jump in. Like,
don't want to see none of that,
bro, that's
bro. I'm
corny.
good. I'm good. That was one of the realest bars that Cam ever had in or out. Well, whoever said it, Cam or Mace, in or out of booth. You 60-year-old and you still trying to be a gangster nigga, you fail.
Yeah, it's over with.
And I ain't just talking to Jay Prince. A lot of niggas can take that and you can move that number down some too. It
For
ain't
sure.
necessarily gotta be 60, nigga. It can be another number that's a lot lower than that when niggas would be like, man, you know what? He's right. So that was a bar by Mace, I believe.
Yeah, that was Mase. Yeah, who was that? Moneybag Yo said that not too long ago. Why are you 53 and still banging? Like, what are you doing? Like,
Mm,
what are niggas doing, bro? Like,
mm,
y'all look
mm.
crazy,
I'm outside. Nigga, what?
bro.
You
Why?
60. You should be inside. Go play that college or something, bro.
Man, Jay
You
Prince
want to be
still be
young,
rocking
nigga?
the Apple headphones with the cord, bro. Like, bro, stop. Nobody gonna take you seriously, bro. Them the first generation Apple head. Them came with the OG iPod, bro. Like, put that shit on.
Where
You
you
look
even
crazy.
where you even find those at?
Yeah, like, how do you keep getting new ones of those, bro? Like,
Like, where did you find those at, bro?
this ain't even got a
That's
headphone jack no
crazy.
more, dude. Like, what do we? Come on,
What
man.
iPhone do you have? What iPhone do
That's
you
what,
have to be able to stick those in? Pause. Like, what iPhone do you like? What?
bro. Niggas not
Damn,
taking that
bro.
shit so seriously, man. And it's watering his.
Ah,
But we've said this before. It's watering
mhm.
his brand down. It's watering his image down. Even when he started to come outside with the book, he wanted to make sure he narrated the book, and he wanted to insert himself into Pusha T and Dre. It was like, hey man, like
Yeah.
you was cooler in the shadows, bro.
That's where that's where you gained your legacy at, being the boogeyman, not saying shit. And niggas
Yeah.
found out when they pulled up in Houston, or when your reach reached them. That's what a
Facts.
boogeyman. All of this, I'm gonna talk like everybody else is talking. That's off brand, bro. It's off putting,
Yeah.
especially for how we remember him growing up.
That's a fact, man. Let's next up, we got an update in the YSL case. I feel like we have one of these once every about 4 episodes, and it's always some
Yeah.
wild shit. This is no different. The judge in the YSL trial has been recused. That is correct. The judge has been removed from the case. Did this increase the chances of Thug getting off in your eyes?
I thought that. Then I seen the judge today name, and I saw some of the comments saying he in trouble now. The new judge, her name is Shakur something. I'll find that here in a second. But the reason that the last judge was recused, I wanted to share that with people.
Mhm.
Um, he was participating in inappropriate meetings with the defense and some of the witnesses.
Yep.
And you're not supposed to do that as a judge. So this is why he has been ruled out as far as the judge is there. Now they have a black lady. I'm not sure if you found her name, but she's going to be replacing him. It just seems like with all these moving parts, man, it's getting better and better for Thug. Like, I
Yeah.
want this chaos, this uncertainty. This is going to confuse the jurors. We've been doing this forever. Y'all putting this young man through this, and y'all ain't even got no real facts. Like, those are the type of rhetorics that are going to start to come up now, because this shit looks like a shit show, as we've been saying
Facts.
forever. Like, y'all can't get this right, and it got to go back to Fanny, in which we said it seemed a little overzealous in what she was doing, and now it's coming out in the trial that is what's happening. Like, so much shit has been going on, and we still maybe a year even away from it going to jury deliberations. That means these people will have been in that jury for 3 years, not going to their jobs, making about $25 a day, pissed off because they're a juror. Like, this may be a positive thing for Young Thug.
And when this trial over with, man, they're gonna be in for such a shock when they go to Kroger and they're gonna try to get eggs and see how much that shit costs. They're gonna
Facts.
be mad as fuck.
Facts. Nigga, egg $7 for 12? What?
It was 99 cents when we started this shit, dude. Man, listen, I'm not gonna pretend to know like the ins and outs of law and what this really means. It seems like the more of a shit show, the more shit show elements that get added in, that should bode well for Thug. I would think, again, I don't know. It's either that or it's just gonna prolong it, which isn't good at all. Like, I know niggas is already tired of this shit. Because doesn't the judge have to get brought up on everything? Like, how long does
Mm-hmm.
that take? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
How long
Like,
should it take for her to be briefed? Her name is Shakura L. Ingram.
okay. Shout out to
So
that. I don't know if it's either going to get him off or just take longer to complete, which is that's both some slaw. Um, I'm confused. I got a headache just thinking about this shit. I know niggas is over it, but it does feel like this plays in his favor, but that's just a feeling. I ain't watched LA Law in 15 years. I have no fucking clue.
LA Law is crazy.
Shout out to Fonny though. She's still looking good. Go ahead.
She is still looking good. Hit me up, girl.
Yeah.
Uh next we got another list. Complex release day list as well, AB. And this one is of hip hop media.
Yep.
Number one was Academics, number two was Joe Buttons, and number three was Kai Cenat. Did they get this list right? And who is your favorite on this list?
Yeah, again, like I said before, I'm going to criteria. It's based on impact in the space since 2023, which was the last list. Complex employees and hosts were not eligible. Just going off of the beef and the coverage of the biggest beef in hip hop history, Drake versus Kendrick, Academics is clearly number one on this list. Last year he was number two. His stock rose crazy. Getting texts from Drake. Drake's finna drop. Nigga. All of
He
that. I got
capitalized.
the exclusive.
He
Join me
shook
at
that.
1:00. I'm playing the new. You number one
He
then.
shook that.
Yeah,
He shook that.
like you did your thing. You did what you were supposed to do. You had viral clips come from it. Good commentary. He dropped the ball with the bot. The shit, he had the white dude on there talking about, yeah, man, the guy tried to pay me to bot the song and it turned out to not be real.
Yes.
He should have caught more flack for that, but whatever. He's been on a roll these last 4 or 5 months. So the number one is without question DJ Academics. That's accurate. Joe Budden number 2 and Casanat number 3. That's pretty accurate, bro. Like I have no beef with that. Joe Budden has consistently been giving us like, viral moments, good commentary. He's really good at what he does. The beef, his context and that, and them breaking down the songs and all that added to it as well. So yeah, I'm not the top 3 is on point. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't watch Academics or I don't watch either one of these people, but I respect what they got going on and I get it. I get why all 3 of them are where they at.
Mm-hmm. You have a favorite on this list?
Man, I'm looking, bro. I don't really
You
like.
really listen to
I like what Gilly and Wallow do. Kind of, sort of. It's just hard for me to watch a whole episode. Bootleg Kev has pretty interesting interviews too. I like that he comes from more of a fan perspective, so I like some of the conversations that he has. Yee is my baby, of course. Been that. But other than that, though, Van Lathan dope. He number 21. He pretty dope. I like his takes.
Van's
So
my guy. I like
yeah, I
Van. I
fuck with
like
him.
shout out to the Thought Warriors out there, his podcast.
Yeah, he dope.
They got 1, 2, and 3 right. I agree with you
Facts.
100%. I don't listen to Act, but I know that's not for me. That I'm not his target fan base. I'm a little old for his target fan
He's
base.
funny though.
But
I
he
can
is
understand
funny.
why he's popular. He's funny.
100%. And he's still relatable to the kids. And like we talked about last week, I like how he's transitioned from the messy gang war shit to I'm living off the brand of being academics now. Like if some niggas just stuck in that lane, like your man Vlad. So I respect him being number 1. I'm a fan of Joe. I listen to the podcast each time they drop. I'm not a Patreon. I'm not paying for it, but I do listen to the free ones that they drop out every week. I see this Casanat kid everywhere. Never
Yeah,
watched the stream, but I know his name. I see the clips. I see the guest that he has. I saw what happened in New York. So yeah, that tracks for me. Charlemagne is a little high. I think he's kind of falling back in the space a little bit. It's more Breakfast Club than anything now. I don't really see
Brilliant
him.
idiots. Every once in a while, will get a look.
But they don't even. I guess yeah, you can go Brilliant Idiots. I fuck with Andrew. Gillian Wallow, of course, like you said. Ebro, still top 10. I fuck with Ebro. I don't. I think you got to subscribe to watch his show, which is crazy to me.
On
I don't.
Apple?
Yeah, I haven't seen it for free anywhere. Every time I see it, try to click on it, it's like a subscription thing.
Okay.
I haven't subscribed, but I do fuck with Ebro. I like some of his takes. I disagree with him too a lot, but being able to disagree and listen to a nigga and not turn you off from listening to him, that's a special talent that Ebro has. Because I can be sitting there listening to him like this nigga full of shit. However, it is still good content. So I fuck with Ebro for that nature. I think this is a solid list, man. I'm surprised Nardwar is still, jumping around here at 10.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Lil Yachty and Mitch. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that there was. I didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, they
But
got
I
a
used to see them.
podcast.
So they got a show that he does. I see they be sitting there holding them. I remember some of the. I didn't know it was a podcast. What type of format it was. And shout out the legends on here, man. Sway, Big Boy, and Angie Martinez. This is a solid list, man. With the exception of us not being on here. Yeah, shout out my guys over at Dead End. Them not being on here. It's flawless. So I fuck with it.
Now it's the usual suspects. I think there are 6 or 7 people who are new on here, that's always good to kind of see some new voices. So yeah, I ain't mad at it. Just I can't argue with this, bro.
It's a solid list, man. This is a really solid list.
Now, Jason Lee was number 11 last year.
That was the next question. I'm gonna ask you, who does he talk to? Like what's his demographic? Like who do he talk? He interviews rappers or
I mean, I know he was on I know he did like a guest hosting position with Breakfast Club that kind of that was kind of big. But then Hollywood Unlocked is a pretty big show as well though. Obviously he got 3.5 million on IG. He's doing pretty well.
Says it's reminiscent of Wendy Williams in her prime. He can be messy with his gossip. Okay. Oh yeah. Trap Lord Ross. I wanted to shout them out. I watched those videos. I think it's very commendable that he got like those videos. Don't do him like that, bro. Them videos be hard.
They cool. They cool.
He got some dope stuff on YouTube, and I don't even really never. I guess he started showing himself on the camera more now, but it used to be just straight documentaries on YouTube.
Facts.
And I'm a fan of those. So
what's the difference between that and what Academics was doing with the Chirac shit though?
I think he give you more information. I think Ack was shit was just more messy. His is coming from
Mm.
I think see Ack I think insinuated I was in he was trying to push it more like I think this dude leaves
Like
the
it was a
oohs and the
sport.
ahs out. Yeah, he leave the oohs and the ahs out. Like I don't know
Got you.
nothing about this. I'm just telling you the information that it's open to everybody and I'm reporting it to you. It's like a documentary.
Like a John Gotti documentary or like a
Exactly. Exactly. So
got you.
100%. We up 100%.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Next, before we get into these wins and these losses, AB, your man Kodak Black. After the Trump assassination attempt over the weekend, it put the internet on fire.
That shit was funny.
Plies came out. It was funny as hell. That was one of the funniest days in Twitter history.
Facts.
Plies came out slandering Trump still after the assassination. Kodak Black telling him he need to chill out because Trump is his man's. Is it surprising to you that Kodak Black is still riding for Trump like this?
No, and I ain't gonna lie. Going at a fellow Floridian over Trump is nasty work.
That's mad, disgusting
Like
work.
it's nasty, bro. Like, and he looked like Samuel L. on Django, holding holding your
Not
boy.
around my niggas, you won't.
Yeah, it's nasty work, bro. Nobody asked you. Nobody care. I don't know anyone that cares that he is a Trump supporter like that. Like I get it. I think Trump had a hand in getting him pardoned or
Get him
whatever
out
the
of
case may
jail.
be, and that's
Yeah.
fair. Then listen, if you're a fan because he got you out of jail, man, so be it. I'm not going to argue about that. You were locked up, now you free. That's a big deal. I get it. Man, don't go at another nigga, especially another nigga from your hometown, bro. Like you look crazy caping for another nigga, bro. Shut up, dude. Like you look wild. It's nasty work. Like it's despicable. I don't care what side of the fence you on. You just look crazy, man. Shout out to Tariq. Niggas need to be on code, bro. This is not on code.
I can't believe Tariq came out and said some shit, that Trump shit.
He
That was
looked
crazy.
crazy too,
That's insane,
and
bro.
that's
Like
my
niggas will
guy.
do anything. Yeah, I fuck with Tariq too, but God.
Come on, man.
Yeah, everything what you just said. This is crazy. And it's not gonna be for much longer that we can say, okay, Kodak's young. This is why he's doing this. He's very young. He's very influential. Like he could be influenced easily. So I get that. I don't understand people like him and support Trump that try to come at people that are calling out the obvious that don't. Like it's cool that you fuck with him, bro. Really, like you just said, no one cares.
Yeah,
If he
it's
got
cool.
me out of jail, I probably would feel the same way. But don't act like other people are dumb because they're calling out the bullshit that he does. Like, there's no reason he should be responding to saying anything that applies. Like, well, that's my man. That's what he should be saying that to his boys behind the scene. Like, I should never address Plies about this, especially because I know for a fact that Plies is way more well informed about this shit than he is. Like Kodak back, you just speaking from a personal level, and that's cool. Again, I don't care that you like Trump, bro. It means nothing to me. That means nothing to me. But when you got somebody like Plies, who is a lot more informed about the issues going on and his reasoning for not liking Trump, you
Right.
should probably just shut up, bro. Like just let him have that. You can have your little personal relationship with Trump, and that's fine. But like coming after somebody who is like he's trying to make sure that people fully understand what's going on. Sometimes from a joking way, sometimes he may be off as well, but he's way more informed again than Kodak Black is, and I respect his opinion a lot more.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
this is
agree.
crazy.
It's he's laying out a lot of factual information, and bro, you can't. Nobody wants to hear you combat facts with how you feel about the bro. Stop, bro. Just
Yeah.
please sit this one out. Just
We don't care that he
please,
let you out
man.
of jail, bro. I promise we don't care. We
That's
we do
cool.
not care,
Or
bro.
you know what? If he would have clapped back with facts of his own that were in support of Trump, fine, that's cool. Do that then. But we
Yeah,
know he can't do that. That's the problem.
facts. Yeah,
God
this looks
damn.
nasty, man. This is nasty. I think they said I don't know if this was true or not, but they said Amber Rose was going to be at the convention
I
for
heard
Trump.
about that too.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
man,
That ain't far off for you. You can see that.
yeah, I could see whichever way the bag swayed with that, bro. Like, I ain't,
Yeah, well, yeah. See,
the
touche.
bag is on which side? Okay, yeah, I'll go there.
Touche. We know
Yeah,
what
like
she is. Yeah, that's a fact.
we knew this year was gonna be crazy though. So
We did,
this is
man.
on
Shout out to Cat
brand.
Williams. Shout out to Cat Williams, man.
Cat Williams and an election year. When it's an election year and look who's involved, you know it's gonna go nuts.
Facts.
Wins and losses, man. win or loss, your man ASAP Ferg finds his lost dog 4 years after losing him. They've been reunited.
That's crazy. I wonder how that, like, how did the dog come back to the house or something? That's crazy to me. It's a big W though, man. I fuck with dogs a lot more than I used to. Now that I've, had a couple. So yeah, I like this, man. I know he felt warm-hearted when he seen his little dog run up, man, after being gone for 4 years. Losing a dog gotta be some slaw. That gotta be some slaw.
Man, first
You don't know
off, how
what
do you
happened
know it's
to it.
your dog, dude? Get the fuck out
What
of
if he
here.
still had the tags and stuff?
Man, get no fucking way, dude. There's no. What has the dog been doing, bro? What has he been doing?
Surviving. He been out here in these streets, nigga.
That nigga traumatized, dude. He ain't even the same no more, dude.
He a street dog now. He ain't no house dog at all no more. That's funny as hell. 4 years is insane.
I would
That's
have got 3
insane.
new dogs by then, dude.
Facts. That's facts. 4 years is
Uh,
crazy. I wanted it to run up to his house or something.
there's no fucking way. Somebody
I
gave this nigga a dog that wasn't his. It was like, hey, bro, this your old dog, fam. Like, nigga, stop. And he like, oh shit, 4 years. Hey, come on.
That's funny.
Bro.
That's funny as hell.
WRL, man, 42 Doug, who has a new project out right now, so he's out promoting that. In an interview, he said hip hop production has declined. Are you biting?
No, I don't know what he's talking about. This is probably an all-time high for production, actually. You get these one-off albums with they may not be the producers that he likes, but now producers are popping right now. Shout out to Hit Boy, shout out to Metro, shout out to Alchemist, shout out to Pete Rock, who we just talked about. This is a producer climate right now. I have no idea what Doug is talking about. This is a loss.
We slick in a producer renaissance, dude. I don't know
Yeah.
what nigga, whatever what you want. You want some soul shit, you want some trap shit, you want some fucking drill shit. Like, what do you want? You want some samples? What do you want? You want samples over the drill? Like, what are you talking about? I can type in 42 Doug beat on YouTube and it's gonna slap. Some no-name nigga gonna have some heat.
Facts.
What is he talking about? It's
I don't know what he's
Detroit
looking
shit.
for.
It's mustard. It's downside, bro. It's
The Bay, like the beat, the new boom bap, come on, bro. I
nigga,
have
on
no
our
idea
B
what he's
beats
talking about.
bang now. Dude, Hitmaker got
Yeah.
bangers, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Maybe he should look for more variety. I think he probably looking for one type of beat. Because did you listen to his project?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's consistent all the way through. Yeah, like the same. It's the same.
He's he's declined.
He is. He has though. Because I thought Doug was going to be one of them dudes next, and I listened to this. I was like, okay, it's cool.
Okay,
But it ain't what I would expect. Yeah, I didn't know he was still signing Lil Baby.
yes, Lil Baby and Yo Gotti.
That's crazy. We got to talk about that CMG fall off one day.
Last one, man. WL, your man designer blames his airplane masturbation fiasco on his vegan diet.
This is a big L, and I throw the ball in your court. Animal salad brown.
Whoa. Whoa. You gonna get the name right. At least get what the salad. You're too close to the weird shit with this nigga. I was vegan for about a year, give or take.
Did you ever have the urge to jack off on?
No. The fuck is designer talking about, dude?
What kind of vegan shit? What's in that impossible meat, bro?
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
That
as
impossible
hell.
burger that he eat, bro. Nigga, that's impossible. This shit is cap. I'm super L. There's no, well, first of all, there's no explanation to even, he could have said maybe he was on some meds. Maybe somebody would have bought
He said
that.
his mind wasn't right. He said his mind wasn't right.
Clearly, obviously.
Blood sugar was low.
It's blood sugar, nigga. Eat a Snickers, nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
Pause in this situation. Hey, man, you talking about one of the, I couldn't imagine like jacking off on a plane.
That's insane.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. And trying to tell us that just because you vegan, that's why you're not popping right now, bro. Trying to sell that bullshit to people. Nobody buying that bullshit no more, bro.
Hey,
that's
man.
insane. That's an insane thing to say.
I hope he stacked them panda checks and put them in the goddamn stock market when the shit crashed in 2020, bro, and flipped that shit 10. I swear I hope he flipped that little panda bread.
God, man.
Because this is
crazy.
Super over with.
Yes, done.
Woo.
I can't believe who was it. This probably gonna be his last interview.
Probably
Or it
so.
should
Like
be.
last like
Or
real interview.
should be his last interview. 100%.
He'll get interviewed with a nigga with like an
Jesus.
iPhone. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Some up and yeah, that's true.
some bullshit.
Young LA still getting interviews, so I guess he will still get them too.
Shout out to Young LA, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, shout out to Young Leland, man.
On Decker of the Week, we're going to YouTube. Shout out to Birdman Fancy 9627. He said, time codes. Great pod, though. We got you, bro. Time codes. If y'all check the last one out, we had time codes on there. So YouTube, you can jump around and see what we're talking about and just click and go straight to it.
Nice.
Salute
Oh,
to
that's
that.
fire.
And salute to Jamar Sullivan, 1914. He said, bruh said, if I live in Milwaukee in a $37 house, y'all are funny. LOL. That was, of course, the Ludacris walking through the mall. Yeah, if I live in an $82 home, Ludacris walking through the mall made my day, bro. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess, man.
Last one, Tony Robinson, 4974, said Gucci should go the 50 route and create TV shows or movies.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
I got to see the
long as he
Gucci
gets
movie first, though.
Long as he, I was going to say, long as he gets in the Gucci, in the Tyler Perry and 50 meeting, and they give him some tips, like it could be some creative stuff there. I'm it might be too ratchet. His shit probably too ratchet for Tubi.
And it'll be like, what's the one when niggas thought it was real? What was the one down here in the A?
But a nigga stole that camera.
Snow on the Bluff.
Snow on the Bluff, yeah.
Niggas, he'll make some snow on the bluff.
It'll be worse. It'll probably be worse than that. You wouldn't even be able to tell if it's true or not. Oh shit! I will never forget when we met him and he was telling that story about how he used to rob the rappers.
Oh,
like I used to go to the studio. Yeah, I used to go to the studio. We had a session, and I'm breaking back in later that night, nigga. Yeah. Hitting you for all your equipment, nigga. It's my studio time for the rest of the year.
He telling us like we grew up with the nigga. We looking like,
first time we ever met him, bro. This nigga's a circle of niggas. He's just like, man, fuck me. So Gucci is what he. It ain't no fake moan about this. So he might have some good stories too. Jesus.
Shout out to Lido, man. He was in that circle too.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lido, man. He got some new stuff out, man. Y'all check out that new Lido stuff.
Please do. What you got to put me on, man?
There's a show on Netflix that I was pleasantly surprised by. It is, you may not like it because of the accents, but it's some black superhero shit. These black people discover that they have powers. It's called Supercell. It was made by a London rapper. His name is Rap Man. Very easy to remember.
His name is Rap Man.
Yep, RAPMAN, Rap Man.
Wow.
Rap Man is his name, so you can remember it. But no, this Supercell is a really solid, quick watch. It ain't no hour episodes, nothing like that. You'll get through them quickly. They're only 6. I got through it in a weekend, ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm really hoping that there'll be a season 2 and they don't just leave the story like that. But it was a very interesting story. Very, very good. Supercell.
I'll check it out, man. I need a little half-hour watch.
40 minutes.
Definitely down for that. Speaking of Netflix, I'm late as hell, but I finally watched They Clone Tyrone. Super late. And I thought that shit was pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Did you watch that?
I cut it off halfway through.
What?
I wasn't fucking with it, man. It may be in the mood that I was in. I don't think I was at home when I was watching it. It may have been in the barbershop, but I was like, I'm good.
Watching it in the barbershop. No.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It's actually pretty solid, bro.
Really?
And Jamie Foxx was funny in that.
It was I don't know. I guess it was just the mood that I was in. I don't know really why I cut it off now.
Double back, but then put on some music, man, for my R&B heads out there. Check out Tink's latest project, Winter's Diary 5. It's got some really dope early 2000 vibe R&B. Hitmakers in his bag on here. I guess they back cool. They had a meme falling out if y'all paid attention to that.
Does she still rap? Or she just doing R&B now?
This all R&B right here though.
Interesting.
I like when she do the R&B shit. She talking that shit on here. So I'm fucking with it. So check that out if you need to change a pace from your 4-2 Dougs and your designers.
Yeah, please. Please do that.
Shit. Anything else, man, before we get out of here?
That's it, man. We appreciate y'all tapping into the On Deck TV show each week, the latest and greatest in hip-hop from a Southern perspective. I am Spike Lou. That's Animal Brown. We are out.
Yes, sir.